first of all, it was a hell of a performance by Sam. He bounced back. He learned from last week. He grew and he got better, and it was reflected in the way he played. It was reflective of the way he led our offense. There are a lot of positive things that we're going to take from that. That's a plus.
So how important was it to see that kind of an effort?
That's growth. That's what we talked about. I think it was Friday you guys asked the questions, and that's what you're looking for is that kind of growth, that you do something, you make some mistakes, you come back and you play your ass off. Yeah.
Was it just the ending, the
Yep.
outcome, or was
The outcome, the ending. It's a hell of a football team we played out there, but I think we had a hell of a football team in this locker room. Our guys came and they played their asses off. They deserve some credit. We're going to learn something from this, but again, that's a hell of a football team we played against.
how'd you feel like the defense held up?
I thought we had our moments. I did. They picked on the young guy today. I expect him to bounce back next week. I do. Our quarterback bounced back. He had a rough day last week. The young man had a rough day. Hopefully he learns. He's a young guy. Experience. It's a tough teacher. But that's the kind of stuff he needs. He needs to understand how important it is to do his job the way it's being coached.
How did you feel your O-line showed up today?
I thought they did the things they needed to. I thought they gave Sam some opportunities. Obviously, they know they can do some better things. Really appreciate the way that they blocked the run as well. I thought our balance today was outstanding, and we can even be better. I promise you we'll get a chance to look at the tape, and we'll figure some things out that we're going to use to help us.
Consideration there late going for two?
Yeah, but you know what? Those guys, they were gassed. They really were. I mean, it's a long-ass drive. They were hurrying. They're hustling. I really thought, we had the chance, and that's too bad.
Well, about that drive, what does that show you about the capability of the offense in a situation like that?
We've had a couple of the drives like that this year already. But to do it against that team, that to me was very impressive. There's no moral victories, but we're going to learn from it, and I think this is going to help us going forward.
Before the final play, you guys came out as well, took a timeout, you went back to 11. What changed, I guess, after that timeout?
Just really what EB wanted to do.
The first half, it seemed there was more balance offensively with the run in the pass. Was that something that was a focus for you guys, or was that just how things kind of unfolded?
I think it was what EB felt he wanted to do. I thought his balance was excellent. I did. I thought, a couple times we had to do certain things based on what they were giving us, and he wanted to go out and take it. And that's what he did. That's why he did the things that he did.
And throughout the offseason, the summer, you kept talking about Sam's composure. He learned from his mistakes. Is that what you saw?
Yes.
Today, both throughout the week and then today?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. We talked about him showing some growth, and that was, that's what we believe he's capable of. We really do, and we've had a lot of confidence in him, and he's been paying us back. I know last week was a tough one. This was a good bounce back, but again, there still is no moral victories when you play hard like this and you put yourself in position. You got to capitalize. But again, I'm not taking anything away from what Coach Sirianni and his team did.
For Emmanuel, you stuck by him kind of the whole game.
Yep.
Is that just an experience thing you wanted to learn?
Absolutely. It's the only way they grow. Be out on the football field, make your mistakes, make your plays, learn, get better.
Was there something particularly from him that you were seeing them kind of go through over and over? Or is that
I think it was. I think what they did was they took an experienced guy and did some things. They ran that bubble and go, and he guessed. And you've got to be disciplined. You've got to read your keys and make your plays.
Take three more.
Run on the pass to Terry overtime. I don't know if you
Oh.
looked at it or not, but I think you did.
Well, unfortunately, the explanation I got was they couldn't see it clear enough. And because there's no definitive, you can't overrule it according to the rules. So, they did it by the book, and you got to respect that they did it by the book.
Two more.
I know moral victories are not part of the equation here, but how important was it for your team to bounce back after the performance last week?
It was very important, and I think I told you guys on Wednesday, I really liked the way they came to work on Wednesday. I thought they practiced hard on Wednesday. I thought their focus was on getting ready for Philadelphia. And this will be a tough pill to swallow, but I told them in the locker room, man, once we get back to work tomorrow, we're moving on. We're getting ready for Thursday Night Football.
Last one.
Is your frustration a sign of growth, what you think this team can be?
Very much so. I mean, there were some mistakes we made that I think, you know, that we got to get past that. Just a little things, just a couple more little things, a little more details that we have to be a little more good with. Because if we are, then I mean, you saw us. We played a very good team out there, and we have a chance. But let's start winning.
What are those little things?
Just details of your job, details of what you're supposed to do. You know, we all got to be better. You know, we got to see how we can help our guys even more so to give them the opportunity to be successful on that football field.
Yeah, it's a tough loss for us. Definitely a game that we felt like we should have won, and definitely we're capable of winning. But I'm proud of the guys and how we fought till the end and gave ourselves a chance to take it to overtime. Obviously, I think we got to do a better job. If we get the ball first in overtime, it's our job as an offense to go down and score. We didn't do that, and we were really close. You know, we thought Terry had that catch. I could have got out a little quicker and gave him some more room. But yeah, definitely a lot of things we can do better. But it was good to see. I mean, credit to Philly. You know, they're one of the better teams in this league, and I think we showed a lot of people that we're right there. We just got to get over the hump, and we feel like we can play a lot better, and that's the good thing because we're really close against a good team, and we feel like we can play better.
Obviously, I'm sure you're thinking about something you could have done better to maybe change it. But during this past week, you were saying to us, hey, my teammates don't care if I'm young. The scoreboard doesn't care if I'm young. I've got to go do it. Do you feel like you were able to show today that, yeah, I can do it? And we'll just have to deliver it.
Yeah, well, I think I did some good things out there, but at the end of the day, we didn't win. And I think it's my job to win football games for this organization and for this team, and we didn't do that today. And so we'll go back this week. Got a short week, playing on Thursday night, and we're excited for that opportunity. But yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, I don't believe in moral victories or anything like that. You know, we lost the game that we felt like we should have won.
The 2-minute drill, minute 30 drill, just everything's flying at you. There are 80 athletes. I know everything's going crazy. But what is there time to process how you guys performed in that particular drill and in that particular situation to get down the field and score?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I haven't really processed it much, but yeah, just proud of our guys. You know, the O-line did a good job on that drive, and so many receivers, tight ends made good plays throughout that drive, and those are situations we work all the time. We work on those last play of the games from the 15 or from the 10-yard line, and we know what kind of plays we like. And I love my matchup with Jahan, and he made a good play. But yeah, I mean, those are situations we practice a lot of, and we have so much confidence when we're in those situations. So to get the ball back with some time left was definitely a good opportunity for us, and we were able to go down and put points on the board. We just got to be able to carry that over into overtime and finish the game.
On that pass to Terry, I know you were busy, but what did you see? And when you say you could have gotten to a little touch earlier, what would that have been able to do?
Yeah, they went to man coverage, something that they don't like to do a lot of in first and second down, but on third down they'll play a little more man coverage. The safety came from out of the top and came down, and he was playing man on Terry, so I knew I was going to Terry the whole time. I just felt like I kind of had to move a little bit in the pocket before I could get the ball out. But yeah, I mean, just a play we'd like to have back. You know, we're so close. I didn't see the video of it, but we were told I think the ref told us that it was a catch, and that's why I probably saw the offense went back out on the field. So yeah, that one hurt.
Sam, on the touchdown to Jahan, you were very decisive with that throw. What did you see on that play that you knew you were right there?
Yeah, I mean, I like my matchup. You know, obviously, two of the other corners are a good player, and he's got great ball skills, good eyes. He's always got good eyes. So definitely was probably thinking to go away from number two. But yeah, I mean, Jahan made a good play, and in those situations, you know, I trust all my guys. You know, it's more about who's the best matchup at that time, and Jahan made a good play.
Where did you feel you took a step as a quarterback?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really thought much from a personal standpoint. I'm kind of just more disappointed about the game. So I'll go back and watch the film and see all the things I could have done better and just try to keep getting better.
Did you feel like you had something to prove today in this game?
Not really. You know, I think, you know, obviously I had a bad performance last week, and, you know, I kind of just put it behind me and just said that wasn't me. And so I just try to come out here today and just be myself and be who I am and try to give this team a good performance out of me. And I would like to have won the game for us as well.
Rivera mentioned that he felt like some of the details were just missing. Were there any that you saw or things that you came away feeling like we just need to be better on these little things to get over the hump?
I mean, nothing comes to mind right now. I mean, I had to watch the film and kind of see specifically. But I'm sure if he's saying that, then he's probably right. So yeah, excited to watch the film and learn from it.
In the middle of the 2-minute drive, you came to the line, there was a play before the out to Terry. situation like that?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to calm the storm. Obviously, the crowd's loud and the clock's running. We didn't have any timeouts, and so you got to get a play. And EB gave me the call, so just trying to get everybody lined up. And thankfully, we had a good play. The corner was playing so far off of Terry that we had a good completion over there to him. But yeah, just trying to calm the storm. Things we work on in practice, and just credit to EB for getting me a call fast enough to where I could go out there and make it right with those guys. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we work on that all the time.
Last one.
Has that process improved, I guess, in the first 4 weeks? Have you seen, like, the quickness of the call or being able to get people lined up the line? Has that improved over the first 4 weeks?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think in those 2-minute situations, I think we've been very good. Except for I think the Arizona game, we had the sack fumble. I think that might have been a two-minute situation, and then right after that, we went down and got a field goal. But I think every time we've been in those 2-minute situations, we've for the most part gone down and got some points. So it's one of those things where when EB first got here, that's the first thing he installed was our 2-minute plays. And in the OTAs and through camp, like we worked on 2-minute drills so much, and to the point where like people were tired of doing 2-minute all the time because we were doing it so much. But I think you're definitely seeing it pay off.
What did you see at the line of scrimmage, and what allowed that play to work?
We had a play call. Basically, everyone get in the end zone, and kind of run curl routes, and we had one-on-one coverage. It was the last play of the game. We knew that, and Sam just gave me a chance, and I was able to create a little bit of separation and make a play.
And what was the mood in the huddle, like right at the start of the 2-minute drive? What allowed you guys to be so successful getting down?
Yeah, I mean, we practice a 2-minute situation every single week. We were doing it almost every day in training camp, so we were more than prepared for the situation. It was just going out there, executing, making sure we get everything possible that we were looking for, and making the most of our looks.
What do you take away from a game like this? Offense is rolling, but still came up short as a team. What do you take away from it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is making the most of the opportunities when they're present in front of you. I like to talk about myself. I had a chance to convert on a third down, and I dropped a pass, and that's a chance right there. That's a chance for you to move the chains. That's a chance for you to keep your offense out on the field. That's a chance for your defense to get a little bit more rest. You got 3 more downs going at it. So I take full responsibility for that. But, we had a chance. We got the ball first in OT, and we had a chance to go down and score and put the game away. But that's the biggest thing for me. Is just making the most of the opportunities when they're present in front of you, because sometimes they don't come back. Going back to that drop, I had a drop, and the next play I got targeted was the last play of regulation. So you don't know if you're going to get the opportunities back, so you got to make the most of them when they come to you.
Ron was saying, sometimes it's the details, the littlest details can make the big difference. Do you kind of feel the same way?
Yeah, 100%. And that's why football is the ultimate team game. You can have 10 guys doing the right thing and one guy not, and play goes completely wrong. So it's all about the little details, all about staying together. That was the message we sent to the team before the game. Just staying together no matter what, having your teammates back, making sure we push through as a group. So that was the biggest thing. Little details we got to clean up, obviously, because when you play good teams, the win margin is very small. Or the margin of error is very small. So you got to make the most of your opportunities when you get them.
All losses sting, but this one had a special sting just because it's on the road playing against the best team in the division, dominating the division, and you have a real chance to beat.
Yeah, for sure. All losses sting, but yeah, I would say this one stings a little bit more, just because that I keep going back to the opportunities that you had in the game, and when they were, and we just didn't capitalize on some of them, and that goes back to little details, little detail things, making sure that you're giving your maximum effort on every single play that you're out there, and you're making sure that you're doing your job so that the guy next to you can count on you doing that. So I feel like it was little details things, and it's such a small margin of error in these losses.
So Sam had a tough game last week. What did you see him bouncing back this week?
Yeah, true competitor. He truly is. He goes out there, he puts his heart on the line every single play. And he got us off to a hot start, which we haven't had in previous games. We kind of came out sluggish, but today we came off to a hot start, going down the field, scoring right away. That was a credit to him, getting the ball out fast, trusting his playmakers. The end of the game, he threw me a pass, I had a drop, and he comes back to me last play of regulation. So it was trusting in the guys, trusting in Terry to go make plays one-on-one when he has the opportunities. I think he did a fantastic job, but it's just something we can build on. It's good.